Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Salute, salute. Welcome to the video. It's your boy T Dot, aka King of the Shield. And real quick, before I start this video, I just want to give a brief introduction for those who may not know me. Now, as I said, my name is T Dot. I'm most known for my admin role in the Bartertown chat. Might also find me in the Drip chat every now and then. Might pop up in other communities in the Telegram space. And for the most part, essentially, what I plan on doing with this channel, I plan on just, showing people all the new innovation going on in the crypto space, show people my journey, and give honest reviews. What's going to separate me from, a lot of these other guys that y'all see popping up in this space. The main thing that's going to separate me from them is the level of integrity that I bring to the table. I'm always going to be honest on every review. I'm always going to keep it 100 on every video, every project you see. It's just the moral principles I was raised up with. Now, with that being said, I'm not an auditing service. I'm not an auditor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube. So what you want to do is the same as with anything else. You want to make sure that you do your own research, do your diligence. Make sure you ain't out here making financial decisions based on something you heard or seen on the internet. Alright? Don't be out here making dummy moves. And last but not least, none of the projects that I show here on this channel is affiliated or attributed to anybody else. If you see something here, if you see a project here, if you see a video here that I made, that means that I decided to show that. I decided to put that on my channel. No one else is responsible for the content that's shown here but myself. Alright? So, now that we got that out the way, let's get to the topic at hand. Now, what will make drip go back to all-time highs? Now, what I want to do is take a little look at this chart real quick. Now, what I want to do is take a look at this chart. Now, looking at this chart here, alright, we see a story being told. And a lot of what that story revolves around is a phrase that I hate. It's a phrase that I hate. Well-known phrase within the crypto community. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. This particular phrase right here will kill any project. It will just kill it. This mindset, once people have this mindset, it's just inevitable. The project is done, So now, what is that phrase? Now, the phrase is this: crypto is a solo sport. Now, before you come try to kill me, hear me out. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is really, crypto can be a solo sport, but crypto can also be a team sport. Now hear me out. So of course, yeah, now if you just come in the game and you're approaching crypto as if, I'm just gonna buy this token, it's gonna hold, I'm gonna wait for it to go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go side to side, I think gonna be dancing, whatever it do, I'm gonna just hold, and then whenever I feel comfortable, I'm gonna just sell, right? So now, yeah, I mean, you could do that, but is that all there is to crypto? And honestly, the answer is no. So if that's not all there is to crypto, why is it that so many people run with this mindset of crypto just being a solo sport? Yeah, it could be a solo sport if that's the type of mindset that you keep and that's the type of mindset that you have going into this thing. But Crypto, as I said, could also be a team sport. Now, let me elaborate on that a little more. Let me give you some examples. All right, let's use the NBA as an analogy real quick, right? So now, when you look at the way the NBA is set up, how the team structure is set up, you have the coaching staff, which have their role. You have the starting lineup, which have their role, and then you have the bench players, which have their role. That's pretty much self-explanatory. I don't have to go too much into detail with how that structures, unless you somebody that just don't understand sports. But ultimately, let's just take this analogy real quick, right? And let's apply this in the crypto space. Let's apply this to drip, right? So now for the coaching staff, you would compare that to, like, let's say, to like the dev squad, like the head coach would be like Forex, and then you have BB and all those other guys who, you know, and the other people are part of the dev team that make up, the coaching team. And then when you look at the starting lineup, that would be, like the top influencers, the top YouTubers, the whales and whatnot. Those the main players. Those the main guys that we look for when it come down to, this team. And then for the bench, you got, your average investors, the smaller YouTubers, all the other guys, that's doing their thing, doing their part to help keep this team afloat. Everybody gotta do their part. Everybody gotta put their brick in. We all doing something to help this team rock. And then of course, you got a couple guys in the IR, a couple guys in the injury reserve. They banged up a little bit. They might have bought the top, and price is low, and they a little hurt right now, but they still down for the cause. They still down for the team. They want to see the team win. That's in essence. If you look at crypto this way, you will understand that it could also be a team. It could also be a team sport. It doesn't have to just be a solo sport at all. Now, real quick, as I said, so if you take this analogy and you apply it to crypto, you will understand, like, we got many aspects of this thing that makes it a team sport. It doesn't have to only be just, you coming in, you buy, you sell. As long as everybody doing their part, everybody is participating, everybody is doing their thing. You feel me? Like, you don't gotta be the top YouTuber. You don't gotta be Kobe. You don't gotta be, LeBron. You don't gotta be Shaq. You could be the regular average guy coming off the bench and doing your thing. Think about it. Manu Ginobili came off the bench for San Antonio for how many years? But guess what? That was a championship team. They won many rings. There's great players that come off the bench. Not everybody got to be that it guy. And that's a part of, this story that I'm going to tell that, that we see when we look at this chart. So now, let's go back to the chart, right? So now, taking this concept that I said, this analogy that I brought up of the team sport, let's think about us being a team. We the Lakers, right? We the Lakers, right? So now, as I said, we got, head coach Forex, the star players that would be like the whales, the YouTubers. Now, all throughout this process, you know, as we can see, all right, they got the price starting off from like $32, but that's as we know, that's not the real starting price. But whatever, let's just roll with that. All right. So you got your coaching staff, your starting players, which is the YouTubers, influencers, and all the other wells and whatnot. And then you got your role players, all the other smaller guys, the little investors. We was rocking out for a while, we was doing our thing. And then what happened? The community or the team, we started getting good at what we was doing. We started winning. We started getting some W's. All right, cool. So That's when we had this run up. Regardless of what anybody want to say, what led to what caused what pump, let's just keep things at face value right now. Right? So we had this little run up. The community was bullish. And then what happened? We started to get even more bullish. We had a little bit of a cutback, a little setback. The team wasn't producing as we was doing before, but guess what? We were still in a great shape because look at where we came from. So now the community was bullish. Everybody was doing their part. Everybody was, it was a team sport around this time. So now we roll all the way up to the all-time high. And now at this point, what happened? What happened is everybody started getting in that mind state of that phrase I hate. Crypto is a solo sport. So as everybody started rising up, you had some guys who started getting a little shaky, and they started hearing that phrase in the back of their head. Like every dollar that drip went up, that phrase kept coming up in the back of their head. Crypto is a solo sport. Crypto is a solo sport. So what happened? You had a domino effect. The guys, taking profit, and there's nothing wrong with guys taking profit. Again, that solo sport, it's up to you. You buy, you sell. That's up to you. But overall, the community, the team, as a whole, we lost that momentum that we had that brought us to this point. That momentum is everything. Like if you could look at any team right now, like for example, in the previous video, there was a warlord speaking about Giannis on the Bucks. They don't have the greatest squad. They don't have the greatest team on paper. But guess what? That chemistry that they have, the community that they have, that they built, and also that momentum that they ride on is what make them great. And that's what that same thing that made Drip great. But again, that mentality of a solo sport came in, and what happened? Guys started thinking more about themselves than the team. So what happens when guys start thinking about themselves more than the team? The team start to fail. And as we see, it's not much to be said about that. You see what happens. Guys out here, they want to do their own thing, making shit forks, all types of things. Guys not feeling happy about their position and what they got going on. They feel as if, they should have more influence. They should have more control. They should have more say. A lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, a lot of hate. It's a lot of things, a lot of method activity, so it's a lot of things. The community lost that team spirit, and we started to see the effects of that. So, pursuant to the question, the topic at hand, what will make Drip go back to all-time high? And my answer for that is people got to lose that mentality of crypto being a solo sport again. Let me say that one more time. What will make Drip go back to all-time high is the community as a whole have to get rid of that phrase. They have to get this concept out of their mind that crypto is a solo sport. Once we do that, you'll have more people willing to participate. You're not going to have a bunch of guys holding 30,000, 40,000 Drip in their wallets. You're going to see more people doing deposits. You're going to see more people purchasing Drip. You're going to see more people participating in the activities such as the burn that's going on right now. Overall, what I'm saying is if people just get that mentality out of their minds, we can see reversal again and eventually go back to all-time high. We need that bullish sentiment that we once had before, because that's what drove us here. Look how long we was rocking out, and as I said before, they started here at 32. We knew that Well, whatever this is, whatever 32, 34, we know Drip started way lower than that. And look how long we was rocking out. It's not much to be said about this, man. The chart showed for itself. The community did this. This was a team effort. You know, it wasn't only just the top guys in the starting lineup. It wasn't only just the development. It wasn't only just the coaching staff. It was also the role players too. It was also the guys coming off the bench doing their part, holding on and making sure that this thing go where it needs to go. And then as the statistics showed, man, we could see what's going on here. A lot of people lost faith. A lot of people went in the shit forks. A lot of people just started, joining the meth head army, started fighting the project instead of keeping that team sport mentality. It was more of a solo sport. What am I getting out of Drip? So yeah, so ultimately that's all I wanted to share with you guys. And stay tuned for more videos. About to close this out. So salute.